Okay, done at the drill press. All the holes came out pretty good. I mean, for not doing it the correct way, where I should have probably thinned this headstock down after I cut these holes. I didn't have any tear out. I mean, you know, it's not my first rodeo as far as woodworking and drilling a hole. So, I mean, so these are just cheap Amazon tuners, like I showed you before. Nothing super special, but they look, I think they look pretty neat. I'm just gonna put them all on here just so I can kind of mark where I am going to put the screws in the back. That way I can get that kind of going. Anyways, let's pop these all out, kind of do like a sped up Josh kind of get moving type situation. And we will show you what they look like all done at the end. Okay, that is them. Seem like they're spaced out pretty dang good. I don't know. Those look decent. Now I'm going to semi-tighten everything down on the fronts. I'm going to mark where the screw holes are in the back. I'm going to pre-drill for those. And then, gosh, we're cooking with gas. I need a logo here. I need a logo right there. I got one in mind, so stay tuned for that. All right. How you guys doing? I have been slacking here a little bit on the guitar build, but I've been busy. I've been doing things. I've been out in the yard. It's fall, going into winter. We're on the cusp of winter, unfortunately, here in Michigan, and I've been doing yard work outside. So you know what? You're supposed to capture your audience in the first 30 seconds. I have not done that. I have not captured anybody or anything. But c'est la vie. So I picked up some epoxy putty from Starbond. It was super nice of them to send that out to me. I got it in white, got it in black. I think what I'm gonna do is probably use that at some point on a repair for a guitar. What I'm gonna be doing today, I'll catch you up a little bit on what's going on with the neck and the body. I did get like I said, I got these tuners in last time. They're from Geiger, I think is who that's from. I have no idea how good they are. No idea how they'll perform. Could be complete crap. I have no clue, but we'll find out when we get to that point. Still got some sanding to do over there on the body. I don't have pickups yet. I don't have the control cavity all the way done. I got it cut. I have to put in some backing material to magnetically apply that thing too, because it's a chambered body. So I don't have any meat there to to route into. I don't know. We'll figure that out. I think what I can do next, I'm not positive. I think what I can do next, do a final sanding, and then I'm gonna recut the fret slots on here just to make sure, because after you sand, I'm sure that they've lost some depth. I'm gonna go ahead and recut those, and then I think I can probably fret it. I have never fretted anything before, but it looks fairly straightforward. Cut everything up and then, tap it in. And then I think I can also order a nut. I don't have a nut. I don't know if I should go. I'll probably just do everybody does like a bone nut. I think I probably, for this first one, I don't have any nut files. So I'm probably gonna have to just buy a pre-slotted nut, whether it's bone or plastic or whatever. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So anywho's, I think I'm gonna kind of get going with the day. We'll see where this video takes us. Maybe I'll show you some of the boring yard work stuff I've been doing. No, I won't do that. Okay, let's get moving. We are back for a second here. So I got a couple panels glued up, basically just 2x6s, nothing special. I do not know how to use my Onefinity CNC that well yet. This would be the first time where I'm trying to cut out a body basically on this darn thing. I'm just gonna hold it down temporarily with some screws right directly to the table. I did make sure that these screws are well out of the range of the cutter as it's going through. So I shouldn't run into any issues there. Anyway, I glued up some 2x6s. I have another panel gluing up over there. This is going to be a Telecaster test body. I have a file that I got from, I think, Nine Fingers Woodworking. Go to his page or his YouTube channel. Check that out. He'll share some stuff on there about files. I think I have everything correct. I'm going to go through this whole thing, see that if I can get everything aligned, and I'm going to just do a quick test cut and see what happens. Hopefully I get a body cut out of this. I'm using a bit from IDC Woodcraft. You know, it should do what it's supposed to do. I don't know. If all else fails, there's a red button on the control panel that I can just hit and everything should shut off, except for my router, because I don't have it. You know, it's not connected to everything, so I'll just turn that off manually. Okay, let's screw this up together. Why not? What is happening? I am all over the board with this current video. Now you guys see me put kind of mess with the tuners on the neck. I have those on. Those look pretty good. I do have to do some sanding. These videos are pretty loose. Currently what I want to do is try to get this, basically I'm at a little bit of a sticking or standing point with the neck. I think I just have to do sanding on it, and then I got to get going on the body, do some sanding. I need to order a nut, pre-slotted, because I don't know how to slot a nut yet. So I'm going to do pre-slotted with a 12-inch radius on it. I'm hoping that I can get that in sometime this week. I have to do some sanding. I do have to order some just cost-effective pickups, neck pickup and a bridge pickup. I'm gonna get those from StuMac, and then I'll maybe provide a link in the bottom. I'm buying them, they're not giving them to me or nothing like that, but I think StuMac is pretty darn trustworthy with their items. It's my first guitar, I don't know what I'm doing, so it's fine. What I'm also trying to do is figure out a way to get my CNC to help me. So this is a Onefinity CNC. I'm not great. I don't even know if you could say I'm mediocre at using the CNC to this point. What I've done is I've glued up some blanks. I have a blank over there on the wall. I have a blank sitting right here. I just used 2x6s. I'm gonna see if I can get this to cut out some bodies. I watched a video from a guy, Nine Fingers Woodworking. If you watch his videos, you can get a free download sometimes of a file. I did that. Put the code in the old, computer machine, mechanical deal there, and I did get the file set up, and it's looking pretty good. I took a thumb drive, plugged it into the box of the Onefinity, and then I brought it up here, and it's grayed out. So it's something I did because it only does what I tell it to do. This is a good machine. I am not a good operator yet, so kind of waiting on figuring that out. Maybe I'll figure it out by the end of this video, maybe I won't, maybe I'll move on to something else, or maybe I'll just wrap it up as letting you know what it's kind of going on so far. I like to keep these videos sort of short because I don't like to edit. So just being honest. Hey, by the way, did you know the song Kentucky Rain by Elvis? That was the first song that was, Eddie Rabbitt wrote that song. His first one that was popular that anybody did anything with. This is before, I Love a Rainy Night and Step by Step and all these other gems that Eddie Rabbitt had, but he wrote that Kentucky Rain for Elvis. I don't know, just thought I'd throw that out there at you. Anybody else care about that stuff? Because I do. Okay, I'm gonna get going. Okay, yeah. Man, I am all over the board still. I've been working on this neck just a little bit. I went and took my fret saw and I recut basically all of the fret slots, made sure that they're all the correct depth, which I'm still not actually positive if they're all the correct depth. I'm gonna hope that they are. I also went to the big box store, Menards, and I grabbed some of these nippers, and then I just took them over to my disc sander, ground them down so that way they're actual flush cut nippers. I think that's going to be helpful because I think the next thing I want to do before I put the fret slots or the frets in there, I'm going to go ahead and oil this fretboard because I was talking to a friend of mine, Ty from Shock the Fox, builds beautiful guitars, something I aspire to do at some point, and he said it's probably a good idea just to go ahead and put a finish on there right now. Again, this is Gaboon ebony, and this is the sapwood of the ebony. That's why it's light wood and not dark. So it's kind of cool. I don't think you see that very often. Super dense and hardwood. I'm not going to get a ton of penetration, but once I get the frets on there, it's going to be tougher to finish and get like the finish all the way up to the slots. So I'm going to do that first. I'm going to put a little bit of, I might do walrus oil furniture butter, or I might throw some Osmo on there real quick, just to kind of, you know, and I'll tape things off before I do that on the sides, because I'm not going to finish the entire neck right now. I do need to remove these tuners that I got on there, and I think I'm kind of all set. So that's what's going to happen next. I did pick up some dowel rod. 7/8 inch dowel rod, because I have this hole in the bottom of this guitar, or the back of this guitar, right here, this access hole. I don't have anything. I'm going to use magnets to stick that back on, but that back veneer, this is a chambered guitar, that back veneer is the same thickness as the cover plate. Once I remove the material for the cover plate, it's going to be sticking to nothing. I got to put some backer dowel in there so that I can have something to stick the magnets to for the cover plate. I think that's everything that's going on right now. I don't know if this is going to all get done. Like I said, this could be wrapped up and put into the next video. I'm also still trying to, I did get my file downloaded into the CNC. Now what I need to do is figure out how to set a working zero. The zero that it thinks is the home zero. I don't want to start the cut from the home zero. I want to start this cut from, I want to pick the zero, me. I don't want the machine to pick the zero. So I got to figure that out, and I don't know how to do that. So anywho, either I'm going to do this on this video, or I'm going to, we're going to skip to the next one, and I'll say, see you later now, just in case. That's it. Okay, off with you.